Hello guys, and it's time for another episode of Inside the Den. Today we're going to take a look at Trickster Online. This is a free-to-play 2D fantasy MMORPG kind of set in a cross between recent times in the recent world and a fantasy world that has magic and all this different stuff. But let's get started. As you can see here, we've got two different servers to choose from. You've got World 1, Julia, and World 2, Fantasia. Each of these have one channel available, but the game does have some lower requirements. We'll take a look at that in a second. So they're able to put a lot of people. So the population is actually pretty high on this. So let's jump into Fantasia. Let's connect. There we go. And let's get into the character creation. As you can see, I do have one character, a fighter. Shows how much gender I have. I believe that's how you say the game's currency. And then my level. But we're going to go through the character creation process so you guys can see what that's all about. So let's go here, go to character create. Now you can see you essentially have four archetypes as far as characters that you can create, and underneath each of those you've got two different kinds, and it pretty much is broken down by male and female. So on the power side, you've got the bunny, which is schoolgirl. Bunny can advance to a boxer. You've got the buffalo, which he can advance to a warrior. Then in the magic, you've got the librarian or sheep advance to a bard. The dragon, which can advance to a magician. And then in the sense, you've got archaeologist or fox. Fox can advance to an explorer. And then in the lion or engineer, lion can advance to an inventor. And then under charm, you've got cat, the model. And cat can advance to an entertainer. And raccoon or teacher, and raccoon can advance to a card master. Now some of these may seem a little bit odd to you, and they don't really describe very well exactly what class you're going to get. So you want to pay attention to recommended stats and then pros and cons, which tells you a little bit more about exactly what kind of character you're going to play. And you can see in this charm, both of these are good at defense but have a weak attack power. So they're essentially going to turn into your tank type. And even when this says good for, it doesn't necessarily give you the best description as far as what type of character you're going to be playing. I mean, players looking to protect other players from danger. That tells me that that's probably going to be a tank, but those who put beauty first, that doesn't really tell me much about what kind of character I'm actually playing, unless it's, I'm going to take and entertain and kind of create this illusion to where I kind of distract and maybe I do a little bit of CC or crowd control. But either way, that's neither here nor there. I'm actually going to play a magic type. I'm debating between the dragon and the sheep. I think I'm actually going to go with the sheep because it actually fits the character name that I use. So let's go ahead and enter that and make sure it's available. And then we're pretty much, as far as the customization is concerned of your icon or your avatar, let's say, you don't have a lot you can do. You can name your character and then you can pretty much select hair color, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to go ahead and go with purple. Now as you equip different items and stuff like that, your character does change its look, and the feel of the character that you have can be adapted based upon the different items that you want, or costume items and things like that. So you do get to change a lot of stuff there. It's just in here you don't get to change a lot of stuff. Now you've got your distribute your characters build graph, and you can see you've got 4 essentially in magic, 3 in sense, 2 in charm, and none in power. And you can highlight over each of these and see, essentially because I am a magic user, I want the majority of mine in magic. Now I can't put any more than 4, and I could potentially pull some out of charm and either put it in power or sense, but I'm going to leave it right where it is and go ahead and create my character. So there we go, we've got our librarian, and it looks like she's sleeping right now. So we're going to wake her up, and yeah, there we go, and it actually put my my buffalo to sleep. So we've jumped into the game, and as you can see, it's real bright, and the graphics are very colorful. We've actually got another character right here. Looks like she's doing her hair. I'm guessing it might be one of the entertainer types. You can see what just disappeared because I clicked is this NPC, Heidi, was actually giving me a quest. So I'm going to talk to her. Now, one thing I want to tell you about these quests in the beginning, and these tutorial quests, highly recommend that you do them. And the reason why is, literally by the time you get through the tutorial, you're going to be about level 10 if you do the quest. If you go out and you just grind away, that's not going to happen. It's going to progress a lot slower. So it's worthwhile, whether you're creating a new character, it's the first time you've played the game, or obviously you already know this if you've played the game before. So we're going to bust through this. One thing I really like is when you are given a quest and it tells you to go see somebody, you can click on that character's name and you can see exactly what they look like. So if you're roaming around, you can't necessarily see the name. I'm guessing this also because they probably have some foreign players who may not be able to read English, so that may not look very similar to them, or maybe the translations don't translate right or whatever. But either way, we're off to see the bunny maid. There she is. Let's click on her. Now keep an eye right here. I've got level 1. Now I'm going to go, yes I am. Let's see how much experience I got. I literally got half a level just for turning in that quest. So she wants me to go out and take out some Turabis and get 2 baby carrots. Let's go ahead and accept that quest. Okay, and we're off. Now, it's talking about equipping items. The game does a really good job throughout the course of this tutorial of giving you these different screens that tell you how to do stuff. So it's really easy. We're going to go ahead and equip this and equip that. And you can see we've got also this kind of hat, this teacher's hat, or kind of student hat, I guess you could say. Usually wear those when you graduate, but we're not there yet. So then you've got a bunch of items that I'm going to be able to wear at level 10. Then you've got some use items, which are some lucky blue potions and stuff like that. Now, normally this would be up in this area and it would be rotated. Let's bring it to the normal look is like that, and it would be right there as far as the different hotkey screens. So let's cycle this back around to 1. You can see I've got a bunch of stuff already assigned, including my first skill. So let's go ahead and close this. We've also got some potions and stuff. Now, I'm a big fan of minimalist, so let's take this a couple more times, and that's exactly how we want it. And let's move it down there, and know that F3 is our skill. So let's cruise out and let's go kill some stuff and get some baby carrots. So now as you move around, you're going to see the landscapes are real lush and the colors really vibrant. Definitely going for this kind of cartoony look, attracting a wide variety of players, whether it be, older players that are more into anime or younger players that are more into the cutesy stuff. But once again, we've got some of this tip screen coming up, and one thing that I want to point out here is this down at the bottom. This becomes really handy, the tilde or the Z to pick up. And I use the tilde when I play the game because using F1, F2, F3 are all the F keys for your hotkeys for your skills. It makes it really easy to just have your pinky sitting on tilde. So we can take and we can bring up our skill. As you can see, we've initiated our magic spell. Now we're going to cast it on this Turabi. He's going to die. And there you go, a little carrot popped out. So I'm going to tap my tilde and I picked it up. Now we're just going to go ahead and plow through a bunch of these. And there we go. We're already level 2. So now this is talking about the skills. Now we're going to bring that back up on our own without that skill window and talk about it a little bit. As you can see, you've got 12 different areas that you can assign skill points. Now, not all of these are actually attributes. Pretty much the first 6 are attributes, and then the rest of these, there's some attributes put in there, but there's also some things like increasing your weight limit so you can carry more. Helps with compounding and drilling, so when you get into the point where you're actually drilling and trying to get components to do some of the game's enhancing and enchantment and construction pieces, you're going to want to have that skill. Then you've got luck, which increases critical and block probability. So that's more of an attribute. Then this goes right into hit points, goes right into defense, goes right into your chance of evading. So the main thing that I'm going to pay attention to is right here. These are all my maximum mana, increasing magic type, and increasing defense against magic. So I'm pretty much going to pour everything right into increasing my magical damage, my magical power. You can see you've got other stuff here. You can go into your basic info and see the different stuff that you've got going on. I'm a librarian. I've got no title. The titles come a little bit later. I'm going to keep killing stuff in the back while I show this stuff to you guys. And then you've got your growth, which is what we were just looking at. Then you've got these boss seals. As you defeat different bosses, you're going to get these seals, and then you can see right now they're question marked out because I haven't killed any bosses. Then you've got secret, which not sure, maybe you guys in the comments can tell me exactly what those are for. Then you've got the titles that you can earn, and different titles under honor, Stella, Set, Couple, Harkon, all that different stuff. So kind of a lot of depth right there just in the character titles and different stuff like that. So we've killed a bunch of stuff, and as you can see, I'm picking up stuff with my tilde. I'm going to take and just kill a few more, but you can see killing these, I'm not getting a lot of experience for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back inside and go back inside of here and turn in my quest. Now I can click pretty decently far away and start walking around, but my guy moves pretty quick to those spaces. So I'm going to show you guys some stuff real quick. You can see there's a ton of skills that I can get. You've got all. Then you've got my first job. And then obviously, as I progress through, as you saw, it told me that I would become something else later on. So you're going to have the ability to change into other jobs. You got special and enlightenment, which comes much later. But the main thing is I've got this one skill that I'm going to use pretty much to start out and use for the majority of the beginning of the game. It's really going to be about me just bumping up my attribute to be able to do more damage with that skill. I think she wants me to go out and talk to or talk to this Winnie character that's up here a little bit. So let's go up here and talk to her. There she is. So hello there. All right, did Bunny Maid set you, blah, blah, blah. So she's going to give me my first pet, and then I'm going to go out and talk to this guy, Lifeguard Dean. All right, I'll tell him, okay. And let's go into our inventory. And as you can see, I'm already, just from turning in those couple of quests, I'm already level 5. So like I said, very much worthwhile to turn in these early quests. So we've got our first pet. Let's double click that. That'll go ahead and equip it. Let's close this out, and we've got our little pet behind us. Now if we hit E, we can bring up all the stuff we have equipped. We can right click on the pet. We can right click on any item really and get a more detailed description, a little bit more up close view of the actual item, and then see what it actually does for us and what bonuses it gives us. So that's a kind of cool system that you can see that stuff in more detail if you right click on it and get a little bit more in-depth description of exactly what you're using as far as items and stuff like that. Now here's a little discussion about the minimap. As you can see, it gives you a nice little table of contents that tells you exactly what different things are. So as you move around, you're going to know what these things are. Let's go talk to Lifeguard Dean. You can see there's a couple of new players running around, getting their feet wet in the game, just like I am right now. So we're going to plow through this quest, and he's going to want us to kill a few of those. And he gives us a time limit. So we've got a time limit as far as how long we can take to kill these guys. So we need to kill a bunch of these Tatuchi guys. So there's one down. Let's go ahead and take this one out. Now, obviously, it's pretty funny because we've already leveled up again a couple of times. Actually, we're actually already level 7 now, just from killing these guys and turning in these different quests that I've been getting. So we actually have a bunch of skills that are available. But I'm going to take and turn this in because I think I might level again before I can before I need to go in and assign my skill points. All right. Now we need to go talk to Tinny. There we go. All right, sure, okay. And then he's showing us about the minimap. So we're going to go ahead and get into that in a little bit bigger size. So you can see at the minimap, you can see the different areas that you can go to. Here are the little teleporters that'll take you to those different areas. Now we need to go to Coral Field, which has a little volleyball area, which we're going to end up having to clear out. But you can also go to the world map, see all the main areas. Right now we're in Coral Beach. You very quickly move to Desert Beach and the areas there and head to Paradise, which is the town there. You also have different towns in all these different areas. So it doesn't look like a big map, but when you go into it, you've got a lot of different zones inside of all these different maps. And one thing I can tell you is that even though this game has been around for quite a while, it updates very, very often, and the game runs in-game events almost monthly. So if you're looking for a game that has lower system requirements, has really vibrant and fresh colors and anime style graphics, they are 2D, but they're still well done. Everything is very fluid. And also something that's going to run on maybe a little bit older PC and stuff like that, I would say definitely check out Trickster Online. But let's continue with what we're looking at here. We've got some more points to assign. Let's assign some of these there, and let's assign a bunch into our actual mana points. And then let's actually put a few, we're going to end up doing some drilling, so we're going to put a bunch of points into there for now. So let's go ahead and hit OK, and there we go. We've leveled up all of those things. Let's head off into the next area and see how far the next quest takes us. Now, additionally, when you take and you're killing monsters and you're getting items and stuff like that, you're also going to get cards from them that you can collect. And you see here, you've got all kinds of different things that you can collect, and you've got cards 19 of 300. So you've got a whole bunch of different cards that you can collect and have in your arsenal and stuff like that. You can actually equip those, and they'll give you different bonuses to your attributes and stuff like that. But let's turn in this quest to her. Of course, we leveled up. Consider it done. She wants us to take out a bunch of these different guys, and she's telling us how to use our skills, which we already know how to do. Now you can see it's getting a little bit later in the day. The game does change as far as its brightness and stuff like that. As you can see, I can only see it's really bright right around me. It's getting a little bit darker around the outside of me and stuff like that. That's because it's actually moving closer and closer to nighttime. Now, once it does become night, everything will get even darker around me, and I'll have to, I can pretty much still see everything. It's kind of a neat little feature, just so you understand that it's nighttime and stuff like that in the game. Now they're dropping a bunch of coins and a bunch of other stuff, so let's pick those up. And it looks like we've got one more of these guys to take out. Now let's go ahead and click that. Now you don't actually, if you click on one of these, you don't actually just select them. That actually means that you're going to attack them. So you have to actually take and initiate your skills before you attack the monster, or you'll just run up and start swinging away. And as you can see, I'm not doing as much damage with my actual weapon because I'm not really a strength user, so my spells are going to be more powerful. So let's turn in this quest, and that got us almost all the way to level 10. So let's go ahead and turn in that, and let's head off and find Bean, Lifeguard Bean in this new area. Even though he's in the other spot, we're going to go this way and find him up here, and he's going to want us to take out a bunch of penguins and stuff like that. Now, there are some pathing issues. As you can see here, if I click over here to talk to Bean, I'm running around in kind of a weird way, which I can't actually get to him. So you're going to have to pay attention to those as you're moving around. Not too big of a big deal. It's not like you're running in this area where there's a whole bunch of stuff attacking you. So they keep it pretty simple as far as the monsters and stuff like that. You're pretty much going to have to initiate all of the combat with them. Now, I know if I head up here, there's a bunch of these blue penguins that I need to take out and get their ice. I believe it's cool ice. Yeah, cool ice. So there's our quest log. We can hit Q and bring up our full quest, and you can see it breaks it down by normal, monster party, story, job, key. So this one's under story. You can see the details. If we want to see the blue penguin, we can click on him and bring that up. Now I'm actually getting beat on a little bit here because I didn't kill this blue penguin. Let's take him out. He dropped a nice little piece of cool ice for us. And let's cruise up here because I know there's a bunch of them up here, or there were. And of course, right now as I come up here, there's none. Oh, they're actually all over the place. So here they are. They were just headed in a different direction, or a bunch of them had just been killed by somebody else. So let's take this guy out. Then I want to show you guys a couple more things before I have to take off. Come on, use your skill. There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and just use an auto attack on him. So we looked at the cards, we've seen the items and how we can use those. I am level 10 now, so I'm going to go to equip, and I'm going to start equipping. Actually, I have to take this guy out first. So let me take this guy out, and I want to show you guys essentially how you can change the look of your character just by equipping different items. So we've got this duckling staff, so let's equip that. Let's get me out of there so you guys can see me. Now I can't zoom in, so I need to kind of get myself. So you've got the staff. You've got some other items that I've picked up, but none of them are as good as the starting staff that they give me. Then I've got this duckling hat. Let's throw that on. I've got the keychain. You can see each of these have a bunch of different attributes that they're going to give me bonuses to. So there we go. Now they're comparing, as you can see, these ones all show red because what they're doing is they're actually comparing to what I'm using right now. So you want to pay attention to that so you don't equip items that are actually going to make you worse than you are right now. So we've got a level up guide, we've got a recover guide, we've got this equipment, we've got drill, we've got pet, we've got etc. And now we need to get 3 more ice. But you can see, as I said, you can equip different items, change the look and feel of your character. You can see I've got the visor, I've got the hat on, I've got all kinds of stuff going on. So eventually I'll get some clothing that I can use, and I think pretty early on I actually get like a life vest that the game has me use to essentially learn some of the skill ups and the enhancing and stuff like that. As far as those game systems are concerned, it has me change the structure of those items and enhance them and things like that. So let's go ahead and take out this baby penguin. Now we do want to go to my view because we've got a bunch of points to assign. Let's go ahead and put them all into our magic attack so we can start taking these guys out with one shot. So let's head up here. I think I saw one of those penguins cruising around. Actually, let's cruise down here and see if there's some more so I can get closer to where I'm going to turn these quests in. But as you can see, I'm already level 10, so the leveling goes really, really quickly as far as the game is concerned, especially in the beginning. Now, later on, what you're going to find is you're going to want to do all of these quests with a party. And the reason why, and we'll bring up the party screen, so you can make a party or you can go to the bulletin board and you can join one of these parties. Now, obviously, these guys are much higher level than I am, so joining them is probably not to my advantage. But the good thing is if you grab a bunch of people that are around your level and you do create a party, there's several different party types that you can create. Ones with all the same class, or all the same, essentially all of the same gender, things like that, and you'll get bonuses for that. You can get up to 2.5 times the experience just for creating these parties that essentially have certain structures to them. So you're going to want to pay attention to that and go out, create parties that have those those pieces to them, and then you'll be rewarded by doing that. So these guys are being really stingy with these pieces of ice. They're giving away all kinds of other stuff. Like, he just dropped another sword, another weapon, and of course I hit the wrong guy there. So, but they're being really stingy with giving me these pieces of ice. There it is. There's the last one. So it's nice, though, if you use the tilde. If you're a little ways away, you can cruise over and pick them up. So I've completed that quest. Now, while I head over and turn that in, I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And make sure to comment and tell us anything we missed or anything that we got wrong while we went ahead and did this review. Also, don't forget to like. They're much appreciated. If you'd like to play or learn more about Trickster Online, you can read our full review at MMODen.com or just click the link in the description. Till next time, thanks for watching.